to talk about our introductory paragraphs, which are our very first paragraphs in our essay. So the first thing we're going to want to do in our introductory paragraph is we are going to hook our reader. And so that I'm giving you a picture of a fish hook because it is important that we know how to hook our reader. And so today we're going to talk about some different ideas on how to hook our readers in. And the first one we're going to talk about is an onomatopoeia. And an onomatopoeia is that sound word that we've talked about a little bit. And so I'm thinking I'm going to kind of go on theme here. So I'm going to give you an onomatopoeia, and I'm going to use an animal sound, cock-a-doodle-doo, which is the animal sound that a rooster would make. So there's my cock-a-doodle. I bet it's like this. Cock-a-doodle-doo. There we go. There's my onomatopoeia. And so that's really important for me to remember here that that's going to be an onomatopoeia. Now, the second one we're gonna talk about is going to be the hyperbole. And we've talked about hyperboles before. And we know that a hyperbole is that exaggeration. So I'm going to say 1,000,000 years ago, I was injured. Well, that's not possible because I have not been around for 1,000,000 years. Okay. And so the next one we're going to talk about is dialogue. And so you can have someone who's talking about your topic. So my dialogue will be, in this case, will be, "Mommy!" I yelled. "Mommy!" There you go. "Mommy!" I yelled, and as I ran towards the house. So you have me screaming on my way to my house here. All right. So that's going to be another type of dialogue. The next one will be a snapshot, and we should think of a snapshot as like a picture or a camera. When you take a snapshot, you're taking that picture. And so that's what we want to use on this one, is a snapshot. And so it's going to be important to note that these are pictures creating a scene with your senses. So on a blistering hot day in June of 1990, I was running around my grandmother's backyard tormenting her pet rooster. So you can kind of get a picture that it's a super hot day. It's 1990, and I'm going to say grassy backyard tormenting her pet rooster. Okay, so you know there's a lot of grass in her backyard, right? Another way that we're going to talk about now to hook your readers will be by using a simile. And if this should be prior knowledge from third grade that a simile is comparing something using like or as. And so in figurative language, on a day that was as hot as the sun. So now I'm taking that hot June day and comparing it to something that was hot as the sun. Okay. Day that was hot as the sun. Number 6 is going to be the sixth way to start will be an interesting fact. And I'm going to say interesting fact. And this is maybe something that your reader doesn't know. Okay. And every batch of chicken eggs that hatch, there are 3 roosters to every 1 hen. So that's going to be my interesting fact there. Okay. And my last one would be a quote from a famous person. And here's what I will tell you about these last two, this interesting fact and this quote from the last person. If you make it really good, I'm not going to know that you made it up. So you might be able to get a little bit creative here and do what use your imagination for some of this stuff. So my quote here was, "It's finger licking good, the KFC Colonel." So that's a famous person. You hear it all the time on the commercials. And I picked that because if you kind of see my whole theme here, if you see the whole theme of my whole little essay here, it's all has to do with something about chickens. So I pulled a quote that was about chickens, and I just pulled that out of my head. Again, if you make it really good, you can make it up. Okay. The point is we want to get this person to excuse me, to enjoy what they're reading. Now, also in your introductory paragraph, which is the first paragraph of your essay, you need to plan on giving. So, first, you should have your hook, and then you should have your thesis statement. Now, a thesis statement is an I think, I feel, or I believe statement. Okay, so again, we're keeping this in first person. This essay is going to be written in first person. Okay, and then you are going to restate. Okay, so then combining that thesis statement, you will have your your I statement plus, okay, I think, I feel, I believe statement. So this is with an opinion. Okay, and then you will give 2 to 3 reasons why you think, feel, or believe this way. Okay, and then you will have, and then we'll work on putting some sort of, then we'll put a transition there. But those are going to be the main things. So we want to have our hook, which we talked about over here on our first page, our thesis statement, and our 2 to 3 reasons why we think, feel, or believe this way. All right, we'll get into talking more about creating our thesis statement and our reasons why in this coming week.